Alright guys, welcome back to another one of my StarCraft 2 broadcasts. I actually just changed my name. Yep, I changed my my tag. I am now STL StarCraft officially, as opposed to my old Imperator status. I can do that because I am an amateur caster. So any of you guys who like watching amateur casting, you are watching one right now. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce these two players. This was from BlizzCon, so replay set from that. And we have none other than the great Titan Nestea spawning down here around the 6 o'clock position on Antigua. No, this is not Antigua Shipyard. I can't remember what the name of this map is, but still, Nestea, widely considered the best Zerg in the entire world, bar none. Korean, not Korean, anything. Nestea has probably the best decision making when it comes to Zerg I have ever seen in my entire life. A lot of players are hard pressed to beat him. I mean, I don't know of there are only a few players that I guess would be considered a fair match. And this one, I gotta give the underdog status to imbaBratok. Although Bratok is a great Russian Terran. He's been with StarCraft 2 since the beta, and he was a long-standing Brood War player. I still got to give it to Nestea because Nestea's decision-making is spot on. And I believe this was the first bracket in the tournament. So these are the first games these two players played. So Bratok got a feeling a little demoralized to be playing the best Zerg in the entire world straight off. So we're gonna see what he does here. He's gonna be sending out that 14 scout here, or maybe a 15 scout. And he's going to be throwing down his barracks and his gas at the same time, which tells me he's either going to be going for an early Reaper or he's going to possibly go for some Hellions. I would expect to see Hellions. That's very standard as a Terran, especially on this map, because the natural is fairly wide open here. It's hard to control this whole area with one spine crawler. It kind of forces a bigger response from the Zerg than just one spine crawler, because the Hellions can shoot around into the natural here and get all these drone kills here. So we'll see what Nestea decides to do against this. SCV getting here right about now. Nestea clicking on his overload, sees that SCV doesn't want that thing planting down any early bunker rush or anything. Spawning pool just going down for Nestea. I'm very excited to see these two players play. I want to see if Bratok can take at least a game, if not the series, off of Nestea. That would be huge. I love to see Bratok play, although I haven't seen too many of his games. I've heard about his play style a lot. He's known for doing kind of some irregular stuff, and I know he's going to have to throw something crazy at Nestea if he wants to top off the best Zerg in the entire world. So Nestea mining up that gas, probably going to get up right to 100 gas just as the spawning pool finishes, or close to it. He's going to get that speed right away. Kind of a lull right now where each player is just kind of macroing up. We see drones pulled off the line for Nestea. You may think that's a lot of drones, but he has to be able to prevent that bunker rush. Sorry about the lag here. I don't know exactly. I am uploading videos to YouTube right now, so this is not... I am streaming this video and uploading another video, so my internet's like right now. So yeah, it looks like we are going to see a Hellion opener from Bratok. Not too unstandard right there. He is planning down a command center right at the front to wall off his front door. So he's got some balls putting this command center right here, where Zergling can just run up the ramp and scout this right away. So he's not trying to hide this at all. Just a Hellion fast expand here. I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll see how it works out for him here. We have the SCV fleeing for his life. It looks like he's going to get taken out there, and one Zergling breaking off from the main group. Gonna go scout his opponent. And you may be asking, how does Nestea know that Bratok is over here? Well, he can either use the force, or more likely he saw the SCV coming from this direction and he knows about the right time an SCV should be getting here if his opponent is spawned in this location. So Hellions out on the map right now. Two more Hellions on the way, and a tech lab went down on that barracks actually, so interesting. And he's going for a fast stim. An interesting build out of Bratok. You usually don't see this fast of a stim. I don't know if Nestea's going to be expecting that or not here. And actually, Nestea looking a little underprepared. Nope, there's a Roach Warren on the way. Poor Nestea going to open up the production tabs so that doesn't happen again. Roach Warren a little over halfway done, but the Hellions are here, so they could try and scoot around, get these drones off of mining, but I can't expect too big of shots on those drones. May try and line them up a little bit, but no, the Hellions do back off. Just going to give Braddock a little bit of map control. The expansion is just now finishing up for Braddock. He's going to fly that over there probably soon. He's actually just making Marines out of here, so I don't really know where he's going with it. He's got this Marine Hellion, which is, of course, hard countered, and I use hard counter lightly there because nothing really, I guess, a few things hard counter things in StarCraft 2, but if there are enough Marines and Hellions, they will take down the Roaches, but I mean, Roaches in a strictly political sense do hard counter this unit composition we're going to see out of Braddock, so I don't really know what he's going for here. We do see 2 more barracks coming down, so kind of a 3 racks with another. This factory is building its 2nd reactor. It's just going to town here. We see a fast engineering bay out of Braddock transferring workers down now. His expansion landing. He sees all the Roaches, which is bad news for him. Usually, I guess Braddock was kind of banking on Nestea not going Roaches, because usually you don't see Roaches too often in Terran versus Zerg, simply because Roaches are slow. They can be destroyed by mech, which is what a lot of Terran players like to do, but it is going to force Braddock to land this. It's going to delay this expansion. Nestea actually making a great decision here. He's actually making a few more Lings. Lings moving across the map now, and we are seeing a lot of Zergs do this nowadays, where they make a lot of units kind of early instead of favoring that drone production. Braddock does see this loads up inside his newly built bunker here. The Marines inside their home, and it looks like he will be able to hold this off no problem. But he can't move down the ramp until these units back off, because the expansion will just get destroyed. Anyway, as I was saying, we're seeing a lot of Zergs make a lot of early units for their early map control, so they don't have to rely on, like, they can just, oh my god, just hold down the D key, just like we saw Nestea doing there. He made a lot of units, so he knows he's safe. He's keeping the Terran player from expanding. The Terran player has no map control. If we take a look at Terran's vision here, he actually has no vision outside of his main base right now, so that is not good for Braddock, and it's giving Zerg a chance to just drone up completely. So it's an interesting style we're seeing out of Nestea right now. His third base did just finish right now, and the Queen trying to get over there, not quite going up the ramp there. I don't think the Queen realizes that there is a ramp about 2 feet to its left, so we'll see if it gets up there. Slight mistake by Nestea there. Nestea looks like he is going to back off now. He realizes there are a lot more Marines than there were before, and they do have stim. I don't know. You can click on a Marine and tell that it does have stim, but did Nestea do that? Probably, considering how good a player he is, but knowing that he is going to back out of here and he's going to let the Terran player expand, I bet this factory built another reactor. Look at all, there's 3 reactors up right now and only 1 tech lab. That's interesting for a Terran versus Zerg. This factory not really doing anything right now, but we do see a lot more Marines in production and medevacs in production for Braddock, so we'll probably just see a Hellion Marine push out here with stim. I can't imagine it doing a lot of damage as long as Nestea just makes a lot of Roaches here. Nestea obviously scared about those inevitable drops that he knows are coming. Layer on the way for Nestea. His double Evo, whoa, sorry about that, double Evo chamber on the way right now. Usually you don't see this out of Zergs anymore because it sucks away a lot of your gas. That's like 200 gas just for those 1-1 upgrades, and but they do allow him to get those upgrades a lot faster, so we'll probably see a beefy Ling Roach Infestor composition out of Nestea. We do see the push out from Braddock moving across the map right now. Can use this medevac to elevator units onto the high ground. These Roaches could get flanked by these Marines, and they do see the Marines. They're going to get out of there. Nestea just leading these astray. It's going to buy him some time to get some additional forces out here. Braddock going to abandon the pursuit of those Roaches, but now he himself is vulnerable to a flank. The Roaches coming around from the backside. Here comes the Ling engagement from the front. The medevacs with stim Marines are going to toast these Lings. Oh, and the Hellions coming around the backside. Those Roaches are getting toasty. And now the Lings engaging right here. Macro hatch going down for Nestea. The stim Marines just shredding those Lings. Look at those go down. Are the Roaches going to be enough? I don't think so. 8 more Roaches on the way for Nestea right now. Braddock has to get this third base right now. The income tab showing him way behind, 39 to 69. This is absolutely imperative. He has to get this third hatchery if he wants to remain in this game. He has to get a lot of the drones too. Spinecrawler is going to go down. He's going to get these roaches. He has to get this hatchery down before the next reinforcing wave of roaches does get out. He's going to try and focus down a few drones. There's the pull off from Nestea. A lot of drones going down. The hatchery could go down. Oh, it's going to get close. The roaches are on the way right now. Oh, the hatchery looks like it is going to go down. The roaches spawning just now. Oh, there it goes. And all Braddock has to do is load up and get out of there with those medevacs. And that's exactly what we're going to see him do. A huge win for Braddock there. All he has to do is fly home now. Great timing from Braddock there, getting those forces in there before the infestors spawn. I don't know how close those infestors are to being out. The infestation pit now going down. More than likely he pushed out when he did just because he knew there weren't going to be any infestors, no mutalisks on the field yet, and that allowed him to load up and get out of there with a free hatchery kill there. So right now, we're going to look at the income tab. We do see 62 drones to 46 workers, which is a huge lead, of course, for Nestea, but the difference is 46 workers is enough to saturate 2 bases for Braddock. So both players running on about the same economy. If not, Braddock actually ahead because of his muling until this third base gets up for Nestea. Once this third base is up, he's going to be able to saturate it right away, and that's going to give him the economy advantage. But for now, we actually see Terran having an economy advantage. A drop going down from Braddock, just going to snipe off a couple overlords here. I can't imagine this doing much more damage than that. The Marines are just standing here. He's going to get a couple Zergling kills, maybe focus down another Overlord. This is going to supply box Nestea, so that is a big deal at this level of play. Here come the Roaches. Marines just probably going to load up into that medevac there. Losing one Marine, does only lose one Marine there, and the medevacs are just going to get out of there. Once again, trying to hit before these infestors get out with those pathogen glands, that crucial pathogen gland upgrade. And looks like we do see the glial reconstruction finishing up for Nestea, so he is getting his roaches that burrow and the health regenerative upgrade. Oh wait, no, that is the health regenerating tunneling claws is the health regenerating upgrade. Oh god, that was foot and mouth embarrassing. No, that is the speed upgrade for the roaches. I read that wrong. I am sorry. Here comes the drop in again. Great timing from Braddock, not letting Nestea ever move out of his base or be offensive here. The roaches having to move all the way back in, getting their workout in for the day. Marines probably just going to load up again into the medevac. There they go. Saying, oh, nope. Losing probably one more Marine there before anything. Braddock trying to push out here. Realizes that he thinks there are infestors on the field now. Seeing a lot of drones transfer over, knowing he can't drop over here because he sees all the lings inside this third base, but he does know this third base just did get up right now. And now his third base is up, and we do see 55 to 71, so we are going to see an income advantage for Nestea for sure, because Braddock can't saturate all of these mineral patches he has right now, but he does have mules, which are going to keep him in the game for the time being. But Nestea certainly has the economy advantage. I wouldn't be surprised to see him take a fourth base, either this base here or more probably the high yield. Why do I say the high yield? Because he is spreading his creep across this this void, this cold void, I guess you could call it, as the stalkers call it from Protoss. So he can connect his the creep between his 2 bases, which of course is crucial because it allows his units to get around much faster on the creep. The infestors, even the Zerglings and the roaches, of course, that is crucial for the roaches to get that speed boost on the creep. So great creep spread out of Nestea so far. We do see the dropships returning home with all of their Marines inside. Most of the Marines made it home. A makeshift wall off coming down for Braddock. Wow. Ever get that feeling that you're being watched by everyone? That bunker sure does. Or the Marines in that bunker sure do. A lot of supply depots coming down, a turret coming down. You may be asking, well, why is he building a turret right here? Well, that's because he doesn't want to have to deal with the burrowed movement. He doesn't know if Nestea has researched that burrow movement for his roaches, but he knows infestors can move underground, and he doesn't want all of his workers getting fungal growth here. Great supply depot placement by Braddock. Doesn't want these rocks to get taken out without him noticing. If those rocks go down, that is an absolutely big deal for Braddock because it opens up another lane into his third base, and Lings can harass this all day long since this isn't a planetary fortress. We do have 2 more dropships, the same dropships from earlier, which actually did not return home. Gonna fly around this portion of the map. Great, great pathing on those medevacs there. Not going to run all the way around. This Zergling is not going to scout this, so this is going to go undetected for the most part by Nestea. His army is completely out of position right now. This drop could do a lot of damage. There are spine crawlers here. An Ultralisk Cavern halfway done. Wow. Hive Tech completely done for Nestea. This is what I'm talking about. He is only on 3 base, and he's going to have to get this 4th base up if he wants to support that heavy Ultralisk production. Adrenal glands are already almost halfway down as well. Looks like Nestea gearing up for an invasion here. He has max supplies, so he is going to have to engage the Terran at any point now. Both of the players are almost equal on their harvester count now. 5 drones isn't that much of a separation at this point in the game, especially when in a Zerg versus Terran ZVT. We do see 4th base coming down for Braddock right now. Looks like Braddock, he is deciding now is the time to move out, but it may not be a good idea. No, he is just going to move up here. I don't think he sees this yet. His army is not in position. There we go. He sees it. He's going to siege up his tanks probably right here, maybe on this ramp and down in this crevice. Yes, great positioning on those tanks. They're going to siege those up right there. Zerg player knocking down these rocks. Nestea experimenting with this Zergling, wants to know if the siege tanks are in position here, and they are. So Nestea most likely going to back up here, but like I said earlier, this does open up another avenue of attack for the Zerg player, so Terran's just going to have to be careful about that. Free roaches right there for Braddock. 4th base just finishing up for Nestea. The dropships haven't really done anything on this side of the map yet, though they are starting to move out again, just kind of feigning a drop here. The Zergling's moving in. Free Zerglings for Braddock here because his entire army did not engage there. Forcing a stem, though, and these medevacs are going to have a lot of work to do. Although they do almost have full energy, so they'll heal these Marines up right quick. So if that medevac count gets absolutely ridiculous, Marines can actually eat fungal growths for a long time. But you do need a lot of medevacs to support that, so it is not the most cost-effective way to deal with infestors. In fact, I think the most cost-effective way was shown in another game I casted recently where ghosts were absolutely ridiculous. That game was ridiculous. For any of you who did not see that game, I believe it was between Beastie Cutie and La Lush, Game 2. So watch that on my channel now. I believe that's the game that's uploading right now. That was an insane game. You guys should go watch that. Infestors have full energy right now. These Marines are all clumped up. They're going to get fungal growth. Oh, no! A huge fungal growth going down with the tanks doing massive damage. The Marines in the back on hold position there. Nope, there they go. Moving out right now, trying to keep his Marines spread out. A huge engagement in the center. It looks like Braddock is going to come out on top here. Doesn't look like Nestea's going to have enough. He's running out of steam here with all this tank support from Braddock. It looks like these roaches are going to get pushed back. This is a lot of siege tanks and a lot of Marines for Braddock. On the production tab, it does show 8 Ultralisks. How does he do it? How does Nestea do this? 8 Ultralisks on the way right now for Nestea. Braddock has to get this 4th base. This is a crucial base right now. He cannot let Nestea have this. If he can constrain Nestea to 3 bases, he might be able to push him back and force the contain. More Marines streaming in right now. The Ultralisks have spawned. Here they come. I'm just trying to give everyone a big hug right now. The siege tanks focusing down the Ultralisks right now. More Zerglings, more Infestors streaming over right now. He needs to spread out his Marines. They are, but a huge fungal growth going down. Not enough medevacs here. Almost all those Marines are going to go down except the one healed by the medevac. It looks like these 3 Marines, actually these about 12, a handful of Marines are going to focus down this hatchery here. And most of the drones are going to go down with it. Only 4 drones remaining there. Looks like we do see more Zerglings. More Ultralisks are on the way. 52 Zerglings for Nestea right now. He has a sizable amount of Ultralisks out right now as well, with a couple Infestors mixed in. Looks like he will have enough to push this back unless Braddock can get an incredible spread on these tanks. And he does have 4 at the front, 3 behind, 2 support, but he needs to move these 3 up. These 3 tanks need to move up right now, but they are being repaired by the SCVs. Not too much Marine support from Braddock right now. He lost a lot of his Marines. He does have reinforcements streaming across the map right now, but will they be in time? imbaBratok trying to drop off here, trying to buy himself a little time to get his reinforcements up here. It looks like it did do just that. But Nestea has a lot of Ultralisks. He's maxed out, or he's close to maxed out again. It looks like here comes the big engagement. Nestea moving in, gonna try and break this. The Marines spreading out, trying not to get fungal growth. Microing against the Ultralisk. The Ultralisk getting right up on those tanks. That is not good for Braddock. Braddock trying to focus fire the Ultralisk. The Infestor still surviving. Oh my gosh, and it looks like Nestea is incredibly going to push this back, even after losing his third base. He lost his fourth base, and he is going to push this back nonetheless, showing you why Zerg is such a good race, saying that Zergs can still compete with the best of those Terrans. Wow, a great pushback from Nestea. It looks like he is going to go after this planetary fortress. He says, you take my fourth base, I'm going to take your fourth base. An eye for an eye. How long can this planetary fortress hold? Can it get a few kills on these Ultralisks? It doesn't look like it's going to be able to. The Marines microing around, trying to focus down the weak Ultralisk. More Zerglings. Queen's over here to transfuse. Braddock on the ropes. He's trying to hold off this massive attack from Nestea. Lots of pressure being applied right now. The Marines look like they're in a great position, but 5 Marines can't do much damage against 3 Ultralisks. Those Ultralisks have like 6 armor on them. And the siege tanks are not sieged to prevent the splash damage from hitting the Marines as well. The Ultralisk just going to town, hugging. The medevac's not doing their job. They need to get over the Marines. The siege tanks desperately trying to get back and siege up. The bunkers doing their best work they can. This Ultralisk at 9 HP, 8 HP. Oh my gosh, the tank, more tanks streaming down for Braddock. Can he hold this? I don't know. This looks like the final push that Nestea is going to be able to enforce. 4 more investors on the way, but no more Ultralisks. Simply because he cannot afford that on 3 base. He is long distance mining with these drones. The Ultralisk going up into the main base. This could be it for Braddock if he can't hold here. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to. More units spawning. A huge fungal growth traps those units, and the Ultralisk able to hack those down. Oh, a huge upset there. Oh, and all the SCVs running the gauntlet. Oh, no. Ultralisks just... those are the happiest Ultralisks in the entire world there. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Braddock attacking with all of his SCVs. He looks like he's going to try and hold this ramp. These Marines... This Marine won a hero kill on that Marine, getting an Ultralisk, so... If he survives this battle, keep that in the logbook, but the chances of him surviving are 0, seeing as he just got killed. Ultralisk breaking through the ramp. The GG from imbaBratok. A great game between these two players. Braddock showing Nestea, I can compete with you. He took the 3rd base. He took the 4th base. And still Nestea was able to push him back, somehow making 9 Ultralisks and a seemingly infinite amount of Zerglings streaming across the map. Braddock not able to handle that pressure there. A great display of performance from Nestea. That is why he is the best. We are going to move into game number 2 between these two players. Is it going to be a quick 2-0, or is Braddock going to take the huge upset win off of Nestea? Stay tuned.